Setting, War Memorial Stadium in Laramie, Wyoming. Week 7 is underway in EA Sports College Football, and we are ready for a terrific game. It's the Northern Illinois Huskies and the Wyoming Cowboys. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Guys, the Cowboys head coach told me before the game, he knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the Cowboys ready to kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Huskies offense will go on the attack first. There's Telly Johnson Jr. He may not be the best-known star around, but man, does this team love what he brings.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of it. He's got speed, he can break tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I tell you what, to watch him this matchup where they're kind of outmatched in most positions, how can he still make an impact on this game? Making guys miss, like doing it by himself, or can his offensive line pave the way a little bit and maybe be neutral to get him some of those matchups? But he is the one guy on this offense that can make life very, very difficult for you, and the other defense knows that. Really curious to watch how this unfolds.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. The Cowboys offense will now get its first chance with the football. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Back to throw. It's Hughes. Gonna take a shot. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. The Cowboys will punt this one away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll move the wide receiver. Rides to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Turns it upfield. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
The handoff to Johnson. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating a loss on first down.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Left side, it's Rodgers. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
He's going for it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
The Huskies with the 1st and 10. Tells to run, wants to pass. Rush right in his face. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Now the toss. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just died as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
Across the 10, got it out to the 14. That's a gain of 5.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen that want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. Gonna run it. It's Harris. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Throws it off the RPO. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback, who makes a sure tackle.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Burrowing for yardage. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
He's got the back in the middle. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And I love linebackers, man. They just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big third down opportunity coming here. Sets his feet. It's Hughes. They're all over him. That slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be 4th down. And the Cowboys send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Here comes the Northern Illinois offense to go on the attack. A little sluggish out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of their first 2 possessions. The run inside. It's Johnson. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Unloads to the wideout. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Makes a move. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 40. Motion from the wide receiver. Play action on first down. Finds his man. Gain of about 4, sets up a 2nd and 6. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Keeps it himself. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Thanks to that penalty, they've got a chance to move the chains on 3rd and inches. He'll keep it again on the option. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wants. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Still looking for our first score of the game as we start the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
2nd down to the air. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Out wide left, it's Rodgers. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Runs through the tackle. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front.
And not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball, and they did it there.
100%, especially guys that are so big and strong and elusive nowadays. They're going to break tackles. Keep swarming, keep hitting them. Next guy, don't assume the tackle's going to be made.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Going to the ground. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. They'll try it over the left side. He is snowed under nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Blasted as he lets it go. Gets rid of it.
Wow. I don't love that throw by the QB, man. It's not a good idea to lob the football anywhere in the middle of the field because it gives defenders an opportunity to rally to the ball and knock it away.
Looking for a man. It's Hughes. Quickly complete. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and that the offense has a negative play.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's complete on the right side. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the 1st down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the 1st down. And dude chose to run out of bounds.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. From the gun, the ground game. Stopped right there.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. The defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 8. Looking for a gap. It's Harris. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Cowboys are rolling down the field. Motion from the wideout. Off play action on first down. Got his man downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Cowboys go back to work after moving the chains through the air. On the option. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying to barge in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Man, you see all the time this running back has spent in the weight room this offseason. Did you see that stiff arm? He just pile drive that defender into the ground. Get off me, and he's able to walk in for the score.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Snags it and he's open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Caught in the backfield, it's Bryant. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. And the Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one.
Quick give. It's Johnson. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Northern Illinois looking to convert on 4th down. They'll move the tight end. Got to make the play on 4th. Converts on 4th down. Still going. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
Man, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Hits inside. It's Johnson. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy.
Touchdown, Huskies! Snagged it in the end zone and put points on the board.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. If they get the extra point, this thing is all knotted up.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for more running room, but none. Pound as he stopped at the 23. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. From the gun, it's Harris. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. Quick tempo, no huddle offense, 2nd down, clock's running.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 28. Defense way too anxious there, and they just hand them a 1st down with a penalty. Neutral zone infraction will push the ball up 5 yards. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Hands it off. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. The Cowboys want to crank the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Cowboys will use their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking downfield, it's Hughes. Throws to the wideout, and he almost had a pick.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Unloads to the wideout. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We begin our coverage with Florida State taking on the number 17 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's the Seminoles with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one, and win a fireworks-filled football game. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet, but brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in Laramie. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these 2 programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the highest elevation in all of college football, War Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Wyoming's offense heads out to get this drive started. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep...
And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty marker right at the line of scrimmage, and this may go against the defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down. And the Cowboys will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They'll give it to Johnson. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Out wide right, it's Rodgers. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
And you talk about just being a pain in the butt. This guy, he can just scramble, move, throw it on the run, and his ability to extend the play was the reason for the conversion right there.
Yeah, and David, I like the idea that he kept his eyes down in the field, right? With his speed, there's a lot of guys in his position that would have just taken off and tried to go get it with their legs, but he gave the play a chance. He allowed the routes to develop and let everybody work the scramble drill to find a big-time completion.
Send the tight end in motion. Wants to go up top on second down. Snagged in the middle, it's Thompson. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. This Northern Illinois offense continues to move quickly. Handoff to the lone back. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Couldn't set his feet.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
On a ground to cover here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right side, it's Johnson. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Not a lot of room to field this one. He's brought down, not a lot of room to take that one back. The Cowboys come out to get this drive started. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Got enough for the first down. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Out wide right, it's Holman. Caught, and he's got room. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Dropping back, it's Hughes. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. 3rd and long right here. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Finds his big tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Looking for a deep man. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense, take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking for a huge play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Sells to fake. Under pressure. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
The Cowboys will line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Looking for room. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
And whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. Tough to give up those penalty yards in that situation. Now it's just 3rd and 6. Throws to the wideout. Right side, it's Bryant. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the 1st down. Running inside, it's Johnson. He's got enough. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the 1st down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
On the delay, it's Porter. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Moving out to the right. They get to him as he throws.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. that's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
And I like the bounce back for this offense. You go 3 and out, they don't get frustrated. They don't get down. Nice job going back to the drawing board, creating some good plays. Now here in a rhythm, moving the football.
A 1st down run in the red zone. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Touchdown, Huskies! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. The give on the counter. He's past the marker. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. To the air, it's Hughes. Unloads to the wideout. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Oh, it's always frustrating as a quarterback when you put it on the money and the guy drops it. But you know what you got to do? You got to build his confidence. Buddy, I'm coming back to you later. Just get your mind right. Get ready, because I know you can make that catch.
Got his man on the right. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver. And, man, their fans have been hungry to see that.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Left side is Holman. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down. And the Cowboys will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. On the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. The handoff to Johnson. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wide receiver comes in motion. The play fake. Here comes the heat. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Boy, at this stage of the game, when every snap and every yard counts, that penalty is costly. It's 3rd and long. Looking deep. He's got it down the field. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. David, you're the analyst. I'll defer to you, but it was as if he saw cover one and says, I'm attacking downfield.
I like that. You should always defer to me in all situations, but exactly right. See the safety. Now I know the outside third of the field is mine. It's a... match up with the corner. I like my guy. He likes him for a reason because he just made a big play for him.
They'll send the back in motion. From the gun, running back on the move. There he goes. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with...
Makes the grab in their space. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
And you can see just how explosive this offense is. It doesn't matter what they do. Whether they're throwing the ball, whether they're running the ball, they've had some balance, but they can pick up yards in chunks. And you're seeing it happen. A really nice completion there. They ran it the play before, and now here they are knocking on the goal line again in the red zone.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he got it! And that lead grows even bigger.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
And he's going to try to return this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Giving up that last field goal really ratchets up the sense of urgency for the offense on this drive. The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards.
Here we go.
Finds his man on the RPO. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Cowboys decide to punt it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the 1st down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Scanning the field, it's Hughes. Rushes on, and he gets rid of it.
You just need to have more efficiency in the passing game. This guy completed exactly 50% of his throws the last game out. Not good enough. And he's below that number in this game. Still not good enough.
2nd down, gonna throw it. He's got the tight end. Could not make his way to the corner.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires it. Unloads in the nick of time.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that 1st down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Needs it here on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Here comes the Northern Illinois offense to go on the attack. This offense has it with really good field position. Can't get him to the ground. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Right back to the well. This time, he'll be stopped behind the line, and they'll pretty much give back what they just gained.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Out wide right, it's Taylor. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is extended a little further.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Drills him with the stiff arm. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Wyoming's offense heads out to get this drive started. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it, be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. To the air, it's Hughes. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. And the Cowboys come to the line in the hurry-up. 2nd down to the air. Oh, pressure's coming. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Look out! It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Great place to start for this offense. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Cowboys will use their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. Might as well run him again. Maybe a crease. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. Now a timeout called by the Cowboys, and they will have no more. That's their 3rd. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. With these last 2 plays, they've just taken this drive and thrown it right into the fire. Can they snatch it out on 3rd and goal? Straight ahead, it's Johnson. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Huskies! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. That one will put a little extra distance, give them a little cushion down the stretch.
And there was a little bit of hope, but you just snatched it away with that touchdown. This game is now over.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the fourth. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And he's going to bring it out. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line. Before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Quarterback keeper. Keeps it and gets past it. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
QB strikes the ball and the clock is stopped. No gain on the play.
Second and long here. Looking to throw, it's Hughes. He wants a big play here late. Makes the grab. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Snaps it in the shotgun. Finds his big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to go up top on second down. Fires into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. Now this team has consecutive wins. When you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, Dave.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.